Hi. It's been a while. I've missed you guys. I've had a bit of a challenge with my recording these videos and having a microphone that provides good sound quality. And this is my fourth attempt. And I think I may have found one that might work. So meet me on the mat. So find a nice comfortable place to sit. Tailbone just sinking into the mat. Sit up nice and tall. Find that nice alignment with your spine. Let's go ahead and start by placing one hand on the belly and one hand on the heart. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. So go ahead and close your eyes now if you haven't already. And return to that breath. And try to feel the breath moving in the body through both hands, the one on your belly and the one on your chest. Just taking a few minutes to ground us into this time and this space and this opportunity to connect with God. When you're ready, gently blink the eyes open, bring your hands down by your side. And let's just shrug the shoulders up towards the ears. Inhale. Drop them with an exhale. Inhale. Drop. One last time. Inhale. And drop. Good. Little rolls with the shoulders. I'm going backwards first. And then bring them around. Just trying to loosen up. Good. Take the chin down to the chest. Exhale the breath. With an inhale, lift the chin up. With an exhale, lower. And with an inhale, lift. Bring the head back to neutral. Exhale. And then just turn. I'm going to go to the left. Exhale. Inhale, bring the face back to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Let's go ahead and drop the ear to the shoulder. Exhale. Inhale, bring it up. And exhale the opposite side. Inhale, bring it up. Bring the arms into the party now. Sweep them up. Inhale. Exhale, release. Both arms up. Inhale. Let's take our right hand to the floor, left arm up and over the head. Exhale. Go ahead and stay here for a few breaths. Try not to dump into the right hand that's holding you up, but rather let the body be strong enough to hold it up. Roll that top shoulder back, open the body. You can even look up towards the inside of that left arm. We did a little bit of warm up on the neck, so this is a nice addition. Next inhale, bring both arms up to the floor with the left hand. Reach over with the right. Exhale. Staying here for a breath or two. One more time. So 1 Corinthians chapter 16, verse 14 says, let all that you do be done in love. So having that said, bring your palms to the center of your heart, bowing your head to your heart. Give thanks to the Lord. Give thanks for the love that is in your heart. And I want you to just find that love for yourself today before you get into this practice. And don't be harsh with yourself. Be okay with where you are. Inhale, lift the head. Don't push the body into positions or poses that don't feel right. And just honor where you are. So let's go to all fours. Tuck my little cord in here. Stack the wrist right under your shoulders, knees under your hips. I'm going to come forward a little bit. So nice neutral spine. We're going to take an inhale as we drop the belly towards the earth. Shoulders roll away from the ears. Imagine if you had a tail, you were pushing that away, so your back becomes a nice little hammock. Lift the chin. Inhale. With the exhale, the shoulders and the hips stay stationary, so just use the spine to round. Drop the head between the arms. Pull that belly button in until you can't exhale anymore. Then return to the inhale. Exhale, round. Inhale. Exhale, round. One last time. Inhale. And exhale. So we're going to work on a little spinal balance. Find that nice neutral spine, that tabletop position. Draw in that core. Knees hip width. Feel the body weight evenly distributed between the knees and the hands. As you take an inhale, just take that right leg and extend it back behind you as if you were stepping up against a wall. That foot is flexed. Look down towards the top of your mat to keep a nice balance. Keep the shoulders nice and square. Keep that core pulled in. Take a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Now let's see how the balance is. Give it a try. If you're wobbly, just keep your hands on the earth. But if you want to go ahead and give it a whirl, extend that left arm now long. Right leg is long. And feel this dynamic tension pulling the left fingertips left forward and the right heel pulling it back. Take an inhale. Look forward. If you're still too wobbly, look down towards the top of your mat. And if you're still too wobbly, just take your left hand back down to the mat. Breathe. One more breath here. Good. Release the hand, release the knee, shake any tension out. Equal balance, reset that nice foundation. Shoulders away from the ears, pull in the core, extend that left leg back behind you. My foot goes out of the camera range. Let's see if I can move, but you kind of know what a flex foot looks like. Good. Square it all up, pull in the core, check in with your balance. Hands, weight is evenly distributed in the hands. If you feel good and steady, extend that right arm now. Too wobbly, take that hand back down to the earth. Look forward if you can. Breathe. If it's too much, take that hand to the earth. One more time. Good. Release. Shake tension out. If you have any discomfort in those wrists, bring the palms together, roll it out. But ideally, you want to have the weight bearing into the finger pads, like you're clawing into the sand, and that lifts the weight out of the palms of the hands, or the wrists, rather. Your palm kind of domes your mat. Okay, so let's try that again. Nice square foundation. Let's start with that right leg. Extend it back. Square the hips. Square the shoulders. We're going to do a little flow now. Extend that left arm. Feel that dynamic tension. Take a big inhale. Extend. Exhale, crunch. We're just going to bring that elbow into the knee and the knee into the elbow to create that cat back. Push all the breath out. When you need to inhale, extend. Maybe even lift. Crunch, exhale. All kinds of options to play with here. And again, if you are wobbly in the balance, just extend the leg. Crunch the knee to the nose. Let's do 2 more of these. Warming the body up. And return the hands and the knees to the earth. Shake it out. Go ahead and take a break off of those wrists at any time if you need to. But the more you practice, the more you'll notice that your wrists become stronger and you're able to hold your body weight into your hands. Actually, you're trying not to dump it into the hands, but the weight of the shoulders and the hips are carrying the weight, right? So let's go back now to the left leg, extending it long. Square the hips, square the shoulders, pull in that core. Extending the right arm if your balance is good and stable. Take an inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Too wobbly, hands, both hands on the earth, just work the legs. Let's do 1 more. And release. Shake it out. Good. Let's get off those knees by taking your hands to the top of the mat, right? Same width as the shoulders. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, go to your first down dog. So pedal your feet. Shifting the weight from right to left. This is called walking your dog. Just take your time, and again, you want to feel the finger pads be clawing into the earth so you're not jamming the weight into the wrists, taking your time to settle those heels to the earth, or as close to the earth as they come. Mine aren't anywhere near the earth, so pressing your heart back towards your thighs, let your arms or your head just rest between your arms. And can you settle here for a breath or 2? Good. Come down to the knees. Sink back into the heels, taking a nice gentle child's pose just for a moment. And breathe. Slowly come up, bring that right foot forward. If you already know that you have some discomfort on the knee, you can roll your mat just like this and pat it. Or you can put a blanket underneath your knee, or you can do whatever you need to make that knee happy. We won't stay here too long, but check real quick to make sure the alignment of the ankle and the knee on the right side are aligned. You have nice distance between your legs, so they are hip width, and start sinking into this left hip flexor. Keep a nice upright torso, shoulders away from the ears, holding on if you want with that knee, or extending those arms straight out in front of you. Go ahead and roll them back into your shoulder blades, into your back shoulder pocket. Breathe. Extend those arms up. Inhale. Exhale. Take your hands to the earth. Inhale, simply look up. And then exhale, we're shifting our hips back towards that left heel as we come up onto the heel of the left leg. It's okay to keep a bend in this knee. Eventually, when it's not as tight, you will be able to fold a little better. Don't worry if the head doesn't make it to the knee. Just feel the nice stretch of the back of the body and the back of the hamstrings. Breathe. Oh, and your quads. One more time. You next inhale, lower the right foot, climb on up onto that right knee, set your balance, set your foundation. Take an inhale. Exhale. Arms out in front of you like you're holding a beach ball. Roll the shoulders into the shoulder pockets. Bring that torso back. Inhale. Exhale. Extend those arms up. Inhale. Exhale. Take your hands to the earth and shift back into that half split. Dropping the head. So we're going to pick up this tempo a little bit. So inhale, come forward. Climb on up onto the knees. Take an exhale. Inhale, arms out. Exhale, back into the shoulder pocket. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to the earth and shift back into that fold. One more time. Inhale, lower the foot, come up. Exhale. Arms out, set them in the shoulder pockets. Breathe. Exhale. Lift the arms up. Inhale. Maybe add a little back bend. Exhale, hands to the earth, shift back, half split. Lower that right foot, get off that left knee being the only support. Shake your hips out, shake your tailbone, just releasing any tension as we move to the other side now. So we've got that left foot, come forward, set your foundation, climb on up onto that left knee. And again, if you need to put any padding underneath that right knee, you may. What's going on here with this shirt? Sinking in. I love my Church of the Palms t-shirt. This is definitely one of my favorite t-shirts. So find that nice balance, then extend those arms up. Again, if the balance is off a little bit, you just keep holding on. It's okay. You're not cheating. Arms out in front. You're honoring that body. Remember, let all you do be done in love. Extend those arms out. Shoulders back. Inhale, reaching them up. Breathe. Dropping into that right hip. Exhale, hands to the earth. And slowly shift back into this half split on the right side. Folding over. Try to keep the hips square. Try to keep your shoulders square. Nice breaths. These are big muscles. We want to really get the breath moving to try to start loosening them up a little bit. Lower that foot, climb on up onto the knee. Set the foundation. Take an inhale. Stay here if this is where you're most comfortable. Adding on, of course, bringing the arms up, rolling them back into your shoulder pocket. Take a breath. Extending those arms up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to the floor, shift back, half split. Picking up the pace a little bit, lowering the foot, climbing on up, taking a breath first. Arms out in front of you, shifting them into your shoulder pockets. Extending the arms up, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come forward, climb on up. Arms out. Lifting the arms up with the big inhale, maybe adding a little back bend. Exhale, lowering down, shifting into that half split. Lowering the foot, releasing that left leg now, going back into your down dog. So hands to the top of the earth, flip those toes, go back, melt the heart towards the thighs. Breathe. Walk your feet just a little closer, feeling your weight evenly balanced between your hands and your feet. Shift the weight into the left leg and just extend that right leg up. Doesn't have to go very high. Keep the hips square. Keep the heart melting back. Breathe. Stay here, my friends, if this is a challenge, but if you want a little more, bend that right knee. Start opening up that right hip. Melt the heart back towards that left thigh. Breathe. Square the hips, lower that right foot. Pedal those knees. Taking a break at any time if you need it, or if you can power on through. Shifting the weight into that right leg. Lift that left leg up. Keep the hips nice and square. Keep the body weight balanced in both your hands. Love your legs. Love your body. Love your practice. Stay here if you want to add on. Bend that left knee. Open that left hip. Sink back into dog on a fire hydrant. Breathe. Square the hips. Release that left foot to the earth. Holding this down dog for one more breath. Good. Lowering down to the knees. and then back into child's pose. Coming up, nice and slow, to all fours. Let's just do a nice little shoulder twist, stretch rather, threading the needle, lifting that right arm up, inhale. Exhale, thread it underneath, laying onto that right temple. Extend that left arm long. Keep the hips nice and square. Breathe. Good. Slide that hand back. Push into the earth. Come up. Go to the other side. Nice square foundation. Sweep that left arm up. Inhale. Threading it under. Exhale. Extending that right arm long. And then slide it back. Come up. So come on to your bottom. Extend those legs out nice and long into staff pose. Move your cheeks out of the way. Feet flexed. Sit up nice and tall. Push your arms down into the earth. Root your tailbone down into the earth. Extend that spine nice and long, but don't bring the shoulders up. Keep them down away from the ears. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Keep your feet nice and flexed. Breathe. When we bring our attention to things that we love, it's like bringing gratitude to flow into our hearts. And the more we do it, the more it grows. So let's take that left leg, cross it over the right. Sit up nice and tall, pulling that knee in towards the chest. Pull your chest towards the knee. So if I have my left knee here, I'm going to wrap around with my right, pull my belly out of the way, and let my left arm stand behind me. So I'm doing this little twist, and I have my right leg extended and flexed. Breathe. So I'm crossing my left knee over my body. My left knee goes to the right, but my body twists to the left. Breathe. Keep that right foot flexed. Breathe. And unwind. So speaking of gratitude and love, crossing over. What can you think of right now that you love? Sit up nice and tall. Do you love your hips? Do you love your thighs? Do you love your feet? Do you love your shoulders? Breathe. Do you love your belly? Do you love your nose? We got to start loving ourselves first before we can extend that love out to others. Turn back to center, uncross. Let's bring both the feet in. So practicing love by loving ourselves first. Obviously, we have a lot of love in our hearts for those, our family, our friends, our animals. So practicing that love, and then we can give it away because we have received so much love from the Father, that unconditional love. He gives it to us freely, so we can give it freely. Breathe. So I don't know that I even cued you to go into bound angle, but it just kind of naturally felt good. Let's keep the right leg in long. Extend that left leg. We'll go into a seated tree pose. Sit up nice and tall, shoulders back, inhale. And just kind of hinging from the hips. Let's just come forward without rounding. Let those arms just rest by your side. Breathe. Breathe. And breathe. Let's go ahead and round, allowing ourselves to just melt forward. Come down to wherever you can. Love where you are. Sometimes it's hard to do. That's why we need to practice it. Switch legs. Right leg long, left foot on the inside of that right thigh. Sit up nice and tall. In from the hips. Keep that chin up and those shoulders back. Breathe. And one more breath. So after we've taken 3 nice, big, deep cleansing breaths, let's go ahead and just round forward. Love the fact that the 2 different sides of your body are different. Find gratitude in the fact that your body can do these movements. They may not be the way we want them to be, but we're doing it. And I applaud you. Come to the center of your mat, both feet flat. Sit up nice and tall. Draw those shoulders away from the ears. We're going to do a little bit of core work. I'm wondering, because my computer screen has gone completely blank, I'm hoping I'm still recording. You all know I've had major technical difficulties with these computers. We just don't really see eye to eye right now for some reason. So we're sitting up nice and tall. I'm hoping my body is creating a V. Shoulders away from the ears. Lean back and find your balance on your tailbone. Let's keep one foot flat on the earth and the other leg just parallel with the floor. Shoulders back. We'll just start here. Practice here. Breathe. Pull that core in, that belly button into the spine. Breathe. And then just switch legs. So bring your right foot flat, left leg. Just a good practice for getting used to this type of alignment with the body. It's a little different, but truly we are creating a V. Think of this as a V. Now let's try to lean back and lift both legs up off the earth. Go ahead and just roll the shoulders back. Pull the chest towards the thighs. Legs bent. Stay here. You can hold on to those legs for dear life, or maybe you want to let go. Keep the chest lifted. Let that smile come on your face. Breathe. Take a break. Go down if you need to. Come back. Breathe. Okay, one more. Hold on to the backs of the legs. Take the feet flat and give yourself a little hug, because that just feels good. Rounding the spine. Kind of going in the opposite of what we just were doing. So return. Let's try it again. Find the balance on the tailbone. Either lifting one leg or both at the same time. Shoulders back, chin lifted. Now let's try to extend one of those legs long up towards the sky. Breathe and smile. Bend. Try the other leg. Yeah, you know we're going there. Both legs. Holding on for dear life. Yes, Susan is. Extending those arms. Breathe. Oh, mercy. Slowly lower down, lower down, lower down, lower down, lower down, lower down. We made it. You're nice and flat on the earth. Take those feet flat. Let them flop open. Let your arms just rest by your side. Take a breath. Now this next time, extend those arms over the head as an inhale. Exhale, draw the knees into your chest. Pick your head up off the floor. Curl into this little ball. Exhale. Inhale, extend everything long. Leave the hands and the feet up off the earth. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, long. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, long. Last time. Exhale, crunch. Feet flat. Let's go ahead and do a little twist. So taking your arms out into a T. Lift the legs up. Your knees are parallel. Your knees are aligned with the hips and your shins are parallel to the floor. Take an inhale. Draw that belly into the spine as you twist to the right. Exhale. Try to keep your left shoulder on the earth. And go ahead and let your right arm rest on the outside of that left leg. Taking your head to the left. Breathe. Just slowing down, slowing the breath down. Slowly bring the arms back to, the legs back to neutral, releasing the arms. Straighten out your spine. Start with those legs in alignment. Take an inhale. Exhale, crunch to the opposite side. So my knees now go to the left. My right shoulder stays on the earth. And just let your left arm rest on the outside of your knees and turn your head to the right. Breathe. And breathe. Bring your head back to neutral. Bring your knees back to neutral. Extend those legs out long onto the earth. Let the feet flop open. Let your palms rest facing up. And I want you to take a few minutes to pause in Shavasana. You worked, so you need to rest. So again, returning back to 1 Corinthians 16, verse 14, let all that you do be done in love. I have that on the wall in my room. And I recently found this beautiful little book that's my son's, that was given to him when he was a little boy from his dad. It's from Max Lucado, and it says, our hearts are not large enough to contain the blessings that God wants to give. So my friends, go out and share the love and share the blessings that you also have received from our Heavenly Father. Amen. And thank you for your time. Have a blessed day.